Okay. Now we're gonna work on annuities. Who knows what an annuity is? It's okay. It's okay not to know. It's a virtue to be able to say, I don't know. Okay? Because if you don't know, if you tell me you don't know, I can teach you. But if you don't, I don't know whether you know or not. Remember, you're not a baby. You need to cry so that I can feed you. If you don't cry, I know you're full. It's okay to say, I don't know. Even if you don't know what it is, you have seen things like that. For example, who has a mortgage over here? I know you're too young, but okay, who has a car loan? Somebody pays for your car? Huh? Okay. You know that car loans exist, right? Okay. Typically, the way they work, you get a loan, you make equal amount of payments for a certain period of time, right? Same thing works with mortgage. You borrow money to buy a house, and you make equal amount of payments over whatever number of years. Anytime you have a level set of cash flows for a fixed period of time, that's called an annuity. Okay. For a finite period of time. I chose finite for a reason. If that period is infinite, that actually is a special name. It's called a perpetuity. You would think that it's a theoretical construct. You would be extremely wrong. There are bonds that are in existence. That basically means if you borrowed 95,379.07 right now, you're gonna make monthly payments for 30 years, and payments are gonna be have to be $500. That's what that means. All right. Now I'm gonna go to, and I don't have to pick it ahead of time, but as soon as I go into solver mode, it solves for whatever I need so that I can reach my target. So if my loan amount is $1 million, okay, I'm gonna borrow $1 million for 30 years. I'm gonna make monthly payments at 5%. That means my monthly payment will have to be $53.56.20. Okay, look at that difference. It's zero, right? This thing needs to be zero or very small. If it's not, it hasn't found the solution. But now it has done it for 1 million. Let's do it for our own ones. I'm gonna do 20,000, right? That's my target value. Okay, but number of years is only 7. I'm doing monthly, and there is no balloon. Done, you got your payment. Suppose you convinced your car dealer, you said, what if I gave you $10,000 in 7 years? They took the risk, and what would be my monthly payment? I'm gonna make equal amount of payments for 7 years, then at the end of 7 years, I'm gonna pay another $10,000. Done, 183. And it actually does a lot of calculations because this is an iterative procedure, but the problem is simple, and my computer is fast, and my code is also very efficient. Done. This could have been a very complicated problem that I had calculations in 20 different sheets. This would be just the interface. Those would have taken a little bit more time. Doesn't matter. Done. I could ask the following question. What if I made 2 payments a month? what do you think I need to do to figure out those 2 payments every month in this problem? I'm going to do one thing and it's going to be calculated, since I already have the setup. Exactly. You're going to make 24 payments a year. Done. You want to make weekly payments? Done. It's that simple. You want to make daily payments? Oops. You're going to pay $6 and a penny every day. Instead of $20,000, if this was a 50 grand, done. Anytime one of those things changes, underlying solver engine operates. If you know anything about VBA, you can condition a macro to run on certain changes. There's something called, let me show you what it looks like. You don't have to know anything about it, but actually, let me say view code. Oh, there it is. That's the code. It says on this worksheet, if something in that target changes, do that. This basically says my target is, I collectively tag a collection of cells, and I'm going to show you how to tag different cells with names. I call them solver changers. So if any of the cells in that collection changes, run the macro that says generic goal, which basically does the goal seek. Okay? That's all. Anything else changes, nothing is done. And same thing with the double clicks. If one of the cells in the solver lights changes or double clicked on, it's gonna basically, depending upon where it is, it's gonna either cycle between 1 and -1 or 1, -1, 0. That's it. It's not very complicated. And I didn't know how to do it when I first did it years ago. I just did a Google search. Boom, it came, I adapted it, done. You don't have to be, that's why I call this a low-code environment. You don't have to be a computer programmer to be able to do even these little neat things. Can you have optionalities? Yes. There is stuff called insert ActiveX controls. You can basically have check marks, options. They're nice, but Excel is typically horrible. It slows down execution so much. And I'm doing that LMS on Excel. There's not a single ActiveX control. Everything is either one of these or drop-down boxes, and there are buttons. When you push, certain things are done. For example, when you push on this, it adds an input at the end of that list. It adds an option at the end of that list. This deletes, by the way, you can put notes on cells. When you hover above them, it tells you exactly what it does. It deletes the active cell on that table. And I put these because in many cases I work with full screen mode. Real estate is important on screen sometimes. And I don't want to have to get out of that and change the zoom. If I want a bigger screen, done. It increases the zoom level by 5 points every time you click. It goes down. This goes to the last sheets that you had visited. Sometimes when you do a big spreadsheet, with 20, 50, 100 ones, and you navigate between them by pointers or by links. And you work on the news sheet for 20 minutes, you want to go back to where you were, but you forgot. Where the hell was I? Well, this is where you are. I guess, yeah. That's it. That's why I included those. I also put this blank sheet like that. Let's create a copy of that so that those would be available in any new sheet you created. Otherwise, it's not even necessary. But I can always go back to where I was. Now I'm going to ask a following question to my car dealer. Let's go back to 12. As you can see, it automatically calculated the monthly payments. It changed information. Even though technically I don't have a function for that, I ask Excel to run through a set of calculations that would have been done had I done data what if GoalSeek. That's why I said this is a user-friendly version of GoalSeek. That's all there is to it. There is nothing new here except how you show things to the user. That's the difference between good software and bad software. Excel's GoalSeek is bad software because it's not user-friendly. Every time problem changes, you have to go through those motions. You know, you're saying if you're doing once or twice, who cares? But if you're gonna do this sort of thing a lot, then why not? Spend some time to make it this way. You're done. Okay, now I'm gonna ask the following question. Yo, Jared, my dealer, I can't afford $600 a month, okay? Yes, it's a $50,000 car, but what if I can afford only 500? How much would I have to give you after 7 years? I'm gonna ask that question. You can make that calculation by doing a long calculation of what your balance is after every month. Who cares? All you have to do is, I'm gonna make my periodic 500. Oh, it automatically solves it. I'm gonna change what I don't know, okay? Balloon. Originally, the problem is already balanced, but I'm gonna change my periodic to 500. It's gonna tell me exactly how much balloon I have to make. Again, that calculation is not that complicated to do, but why go through that? You know, unless somebody tells you to create that 360 row table after every month, what was your beginning balance, what was ending balance. You know, the banks typically create that for you, but who cares?